I love that you said my podcast, you know? It was really cool.
Yeah. Because it is my podcast. It's not yours. It's mine.
Okay, carry on then. It's the question of the week.
The question of the week this week is, what is your favorite Robin Williams movie? This is your favorite question. You absolutely loved it when I announced it. So, yeah, we're golden.
Am I supposed to be the guest here? I'm unsure of my role on the show at this point.
Yes, Mr. McFall, what is your favorite Robin Williams movie?
Well, it would be the one I was in with him. That was really amazing. But no, I was not in one with him. That would be too cool. So here's why I hated the question. There's so many good, amazing things. I'll be honest, I don't know that I have a favorite. However, if push came to shove, okay, you have to pick one. It's the rules of the game, whatever. It's gonna be. I had it, I lost it. Give me a second. Al Pacino is a patient who is a very specific. It's based off a true story. It's not Patch Adams. Al Pacino, Robin Williams.
Insomnia?
No, they were in two together. That's cool.
I just did a search for Al Pacino and Robin Williams.
Try De Niro and Williams.
De Niro? Okay.
Yeah. John says he forgot to leave the question of the week. But it's about
awakenings.
That's it. You want to see the saddest Robin Williams movie ever? Besides whatever video they played at his funeral encapsulating his life, you know, that has been the saddest movie ever because now he's gone and we see all these great things. Dude, I watched that at the wrong place and time in my life. Young teen, and you may be 16, 17, maybe older teen, but still very emotional, traumatic stuff in my life. And the whole point of this movie is based off of a true story. Robin Williams is a doctor, and De Niro is a patient. It's this special disease that people are just kind of locked up in their wheelchairs. I can't remember what it's called, but they're kind of catatonic. It's not like muscular dystrophy or any of that. It's a very specific catatonic thing. And this doctor was trying different things and ultimately got one of them to kind of catch a ball. And then they started doing these treatments and whatnot. And I'm going to spoil it for you because you need to know that, that it's a sad ending. In fact, I'll just leave it there. It's not a happy ending at all. And I cried like nobody's business at this thing. It makes me depressed sometimes to think about it. And I still go back and watch it every couple of years because it is fantastic. The story is written very well. I mean, they took a true story and really made it presentable for the screen. And Robin Williams, while funny, is really more serious in it.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of different. We got a bunch of different people answering in the chat. My wife put Hook.
Hook's a good one.
Rufio, Daddy-O.
Now Daddy-O. Now here's the thing. Everybody quotes that line. So is it really your favorite Robin Williams movie or your favorite Rufio movie?
Dante Bosco. Yeah. No, it is a very clever take on the Peter Pan story, in my opinion, and it was a lot of fun. I like it. It's a great one. Mithril Beata put in What Dreams May Come.
That actually to me has a happy ending. I mean, it was dark,
yeah,
it was different, but it was a great one.
And it's an interesting conceptualization of heaven, in my opinion. You know, religious beliefs aside, I really find it interesting to see what people conceptualize on what heaven's going to be. And so, yeah, I really liked how surreal that movie is and how conceptual that movie is. It really makes you think.
Me being me is the only aspect you're going to get on this one. You can tell Kelsey's had no trauma in her life because everything's Aladdin and Hook, and the rest of us are like, oh, awakenings and all this horrible sadness that he brought into our lives. But it was great. Yeah.
And John is saying that What Dreams May Come is one of his favorite movies, period.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So, yeah, like you said, my wife mentioned Aladdin. We do have a call in So let's see what Casey has to say.
G'day, dads. Casey here. So, what's my favorite Robin Williams movie? Um, he has a lot of great films, but I think for me, it's always going to be my first Robin Williams film, which was Aladdin. Uh, they created Genie actually based on Robin Williams himself, so he got to be
Right.
himself
Yep.
playing that character.
Yeah.
I think they first got a clip from one of his stand-ups and animated Genie doing doing his magic bit over the top, and then they presented it to Robin Williams and said, "Look, we've got to have you." Yeah, I believe that's how it went, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that was a role created just for him, and it was funny. It was PG, and I don't know. I think whenever I think of Robin Williams, I always think of the genie from Aladdin. So that's it, Aladdin.
Fair.
Yep.
Fair. And if I remember correctly, the reason he said yes to that film, because he did a lot. Yeah, most of his films are not for kids of
Yeah.
any level. And he wanted to do something for his kids to be able to enjoy.
Yeah. One of my favorites is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello. Oh man,
Oh my.
he
Okay.
did
Oh,
so good in that. It
oh yeah.
is hilarious.
Have you ever watched the deconstruction of fun movies? Like,
No.
okay, somebody goes through and in like a story way, they kind of change the tone a little bit, but they make it more nefarious about this man who's stalking his wife hover, yeah, all that. And when you change the tone of the music, you cut the you make the trailer look a little different. It's very much Doubtfire was the worst. She should have gone to prison.
I mean, as it definitely hits differently as a parent than it did growing up with it. Because as a parent, you're like, oh yeah, no, I fully get where both of them are coming from. Whereas as a kid, it was all like, oh, the wife's just a jerk, or the ex-wife, and but no, I fully
Yeah, and
understand.
it's funny the things he's doing, but he is straight up gaslighting and lying to them the whole time, betraying trust and crossing boundaries and throwing grapefruit at people.
Yeah. Well, and even while they were married at the beginning, just having all of that chaos in your life would be pretty rough. Coming home from a long day of work and then it's just pure chaos. I
Yeah.
get it. I do. So, but it
Honestly,
great
though,
movie, hilarious.
I mean, all of his serious stuff is good. When he's a serial killer, is amazing. The ones in the future where you can have a chip put in when you're a baby and it records your what you see and hear. Um, that was a really cool dystopian kind of one. But
Bicentennial Man.
that one was a good one. Also kind of sad. Um,
Yep.
but good. For lots of heart. He did a lot of heartfelt stuff, and that also meant sometimes bringing sadness with that. I wouldn't all just comedy, but the best is the outtakes. Like watching I can't remember. I do not remember the movie, but the outtake they show is like 5 minutes long because they called cut, and he's just cracking up the crew. They couldn't get set again. He's just going and cracking up the crew and not stopping. Um, but the drive by fruit, yeah, that's what I meant to
That's from
reference.
Mrs. Doubtfire
Yeah,
when he
there you go.
throws the fruit at Pierce Brosnan and hits him in the back of the head.
Yeah, Mr. Drive by fruit. Toys, yeah,
Oh yeah,
yep.
Toys is a good one.
Um, but the saddest thing I ever saw him do was behind James Lipton. What's that called? Behind where he interviews actors. I thought it's called
Oh
maybe Behind the Actor or somebody in the chat will know. I'm sure looking it up. What is his name? James Lipton. Um,
don't know.
inside the actor studio. Man, I don't know where behind came from. Inside the actor, but he did his interview there, and it's all these actors getting or future actors getting asked questions. He couldn't sit still. Like he could not be serious for more than 30 seconds in real life. And I'm it's hilarious at first. I'm watching, and after about 5 minutes, the paramedic in me kicked in and went, "Oh no, there's something wrong." there's something wrong here. He has an inability to, and it's as we found out later because of the ending of his life, it was the sadness and the whatever else he was dealing with, and the demons, and maybe even some drugs, depending on the time of his life that was recorded, because he was in and out of doing drugs in his life. But yeah, that one, you know how they kind of say don't meet your heroes. But that one was the one was like, well, I can never unsee seeing Robin Williams be real and knowing that he needed lots of help, and there was nothing I could do
Yeah.
to help him.
Well, and to be honest, by and large, I mostly avoid any kind of interviews and stuff like that because again, I don't want their personal life to
That's fair.
interfere with how I view their characters. And so by and large, I avoid a lot of the personal lives of actors and things like that because I just want to see their talent.
Yeah,
And largely I don't care about their personal lives. So, but
that's also fair.
they're just people.
You know, side note, I noticed none of the kids tonight are campaigning to be favorite kid, and that's sad.
So I shot them down on wanting to call in speak pipes tonight, to be honest, because my kids, I told them what the question was, that it was, what's your favorite Robin Williams movie? And they were like, what was he in? I was like, you're not allowed to call in.
Have them tell a bad dad joke or something. All right, so I understood. I hear you, Joe. As a father, you're trying to protect the show. As a drunk uncle, I need to get them all burner phones for Christmas. Got it.
Well, and we told Jebediah he could call in. He just couldn't call in for the question of the week. After those statements, we're like, no, you can't call in for the question of the week. You can
My-
call in
my-
to say something else.